Very good evening to all of you. Can't you stand for 2 minutes?
Yes. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, and very good evening to all of you. Sit down, sit down. Hey, दोनों ये कौन है? ये दुर्वेश कौन है? तू जा, उसको लेकर आ. And why you have written 96 or some number? Hey, that you give it to the. That's a 9th standard class. अरे मैं दे रहा हूँ. इसको harassment नहीं बोलते जरा. ये उधर जाके मत दे. Give it to the department. ये क्या है? जा.
क्या लिखा है तुम्हें? क्या लिखा है?
Even after the teachers' arrival, boys, एक मिनट, क्या बहुत बड़ा इंडियन इकोनॉमी का डिस्कशन हो रहा था. That is very important. You have to take out your books and be ready. Who is this Tanmay used to come? Who is this? Acha, MBA fellow. And Kirtana, acha, she is there. She is not joining my class. Okay. Hey, come on. Are we ahead of your school portion?
Yes.
Good. But when is your school exams are dropping? July 18th.
11th July.
So what I will do? Last class you were absent. Stand up, boy. Last boy. Why were you absent?
Sir, I was present. Did you check my book?
Is he present?
Yes.
I remember you. Hey, Yonik, you completed your notebook? Submit.
I was present, but I was sitting out.
Then what is the case? Who made you to sit out?
You.
I mean,
Yeah.
क्या reason? I don't think so. How did he add it?
Sir, you are checking.
Wait, I will go along with him. I remember. I spoke to him. He was there, but you were absent on my class. I could hear the ahs and uhs now. You have to pick up your geography volume and tell me the pending topic of that chapter. I'll wind up today, whatever is pending, and I'll make you to learn certain part of your school exams or coming Sunday. Did I cancel that particular topic? They put that only, na? How many were present and absent for? Why?
Sir,
Second phase of
एक मिनट, वो बोलकर तू दोनों का कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. You tell me.
पूरा 40 मार्क्स का उसमें सेकंड फेज था.
अच्छा, which other chapters were you?
Rule of mathematics.
But you could have attended that.
I attended, sir.
हमने सिखाया था, पर वो हमारे
In geography, what was the portion? Hey, listen. Geography का तो attend करने का था. You have completed.
diagram was dismissed.
Diagram was dismissed.
Diagram was dismissed.
ये कौन है? Dismiss diagram. Okay. Tell me, we are ahead of that mineral chapter. Am I correct? We have started with conventional and non-conventional. I was explaining on one side conventional and other side non-conventional. Did I give any notes on? Just show me your notebook. आज ये उधर क्यों जाके बैठे हैं? What has happened to her? So you have to go beyond the wall. Where is the place? Okay, we have done coal, I think, and we have done GCF and TCF, Gondwana and tertiary. And then I gave notes on petroleum. So write down continuing with petroleum. Because these chapters look so simple and straight, but then when it appears in the exam, you guys make good mistakes. Yes, ma'am. Why should I listen to you? Give me one strong reason. And I'm not a BR Ambedkar to please with me the reservation of minority. He's saying he's minority. On what basis are you minority? Now I feel entire class is minority. You tell me why first you are minority.
It's
So
a school,
busy.
sir.
So you make a minority. In fact, the minority school has to be punished.
Why?
क्यों इतना कम एडमिशन हुआ? और 10 दिन को लेकर आ और का मैडम का नंबर तेरा. अगर नहीं करेगा तो भी मैं नोट्स नहीं दूंगा. Hey, write down distribution of petroleum. Very important paragraph. So I'm giving it. Distribution of petroleum. Go ahead. Enough. I hear this one, and that entire cluster has to separate. I told, but nobody is listening to me. Right? Now I see any that 4 bunch. अब वो अपने को जरा पीछे रख के अपना ASS को हिला रहा है, पता नहीं what is the issue there. Some ants in the pants.
So you know.
He didn't get it. What is it?
So
Carry on. Thank you. It's all your blessings. Because I had in between afternoon 1.5 an hour sleep and early morning little bit of heavy workout. That's the reason. Write down point number 1, distribution. Go ahead, लिखते जा. Petroleum in India. Petroleum in India. Petroleum in India is of high demand. Petroleum in India is of high demand since ever-growing population and rapid industrialization need. Ever-growing population and rapid industrialization needs. Next point. Out of the total requirement, close to 30% produced in India. Close to 30% produced in India, and rest are imported from OPEC. Close to 30% are produced in India, and rest are imported. Is imported from OPEC. Write the full form: oil produce exporting countries. Oil producing exporting countries. हाँ तो दोबारा लिखो, किसी को मालूम भी है क्या full form? Oil producing exporting countries. Normally we get it from, now it is Russia. Russia has released a big details. I'll let you know since you guys have asked me. मतलब Indian government ने openly बताया नहीं. Per day they said not more than 9 billion barrels India import कर रहा था, जबकि वो अमेरिका ने अपने ऊपर sanctions लगाया था. हाँ. And Russia also followed a very cheap policy, and they don't export petrol or diesel. They export crude oil. And always understand 2 things. You have one is the oil field, correct? And other is oil refinery. In exam also, when I'm going to mark you with the maps, you have to make a difference between these 2. And guys, you tell me what is oil field and oil refinery. Oh, wait, let us have some new, especially girls. They don't answer in my lectures. Today, boys relaxing. Good. Come on, girls, pick up. मैंने बोला relaxing. Girls, you start. What's the name? Difference between these 2. What do you understand? Next person. I will punish you then. Filtered. ये क्या groundnut oil है क्या filter? At least she told 1 point. Good. Come on, try it up. Yes. It is taken out, and here it is pushed in. Any at least these girls have tried. Any of the boys? Come on.
Where we remove the crude oil
Remove.
Remove means
Extract.
Okay.
Extract.
extract crude oil, and the oil refining is the area where we change the crude oil into
Refined.
refined.
Okay, okay, good. Look here. Now you have to understand the difference between these and this. Whenever we import any part, either from Saudi Arabia or from Qatar or any country, we get it in the form of crude oil. And it comes into India through ships generally or through pipelines. And then it goes into oil refinery. And oil refinery is the place where we are converting crude oil into so many. Petroleum, diesel, naphtha, paraffin wax, lubricants, 2T, 4T, all kinds of oil. Engine oil, 2-month job. So when I'm saying about oil refinery, if I ask you Bombay High, is it oil field or oil refinery? Oil field. We have a company in Bombay High or Mumbai High now, we call it as ONGC. What is ONGC? Stands for Oil and Natural Gas Commission. In fact, I've shown you last year also when my 10th standard people are the same video I'll show you. Where in between the Arabian Sea, the oil rigs are there. You know what are rigs? Yeah. They go deep into the layers of the oceans and they dig the sedimentary rocks. And drilling karna is a real risk job. And even that when oil is pumped out, anytime it can catch fire. So many, I'll show you that. Many a times there has been an accident scene and there are continuous standing chopper. And then every day they enter into this oil rig, they are given this safety test. You understand what is safety? They have to wear the proper gazer, and before entering into that particular rig, they have to follow the protocol. I mean, I don't know, you and me do not understand any protocol. Either I come here to teach, I also start by bashing at you. You say, chalo aage, we'll also. Simple protocol, follow all safety norms. A small mistake can trigger a bigger accident. In fact, there were certain high tide positions where there's oil miners, they have gone out of the Arabian Sea. Some are found and some are not even found today. So we have to just give them a good rest. Okay, they didn't found because they didn't get the proper warning because us time oil rig mein nahi jane ka to gaya, and there was sudden gush of water inside. अरे वो हाई टाइड के टाइम कैसा रहेगा? अच्छा मैं वो तुझे वीडियो दिखाएगा तो एक मिनट वीडियो दिखाएगा तो समझ में आएगा because you have to understand what it is. And normally the scuba divers and miners who are extraordinarily swimmers are these people. In fact, I remember one of my first picnic during my degree college time was that Palgar beach. Where it is near to Kelwa. Kelwa se bhi aage, if you have gone to deep outskirt of, which is close to Gujarat. Palgar se फिर Gujarat start हो जाता है. Then, हाँ, नीचे आया. उधर जब हम लोग गए थे, one of my friend was a scuba diver from ONGC only, and he was trying to show us all kinds of skills. मैंने बोला ठीक है तू आजा, return नहीं आएगा तो हमको जवाब देना पड़ेगा. I am an expert, not so good swimmer. I tried not to venture into the water. But he was going, बल्कि अभी देख में जाएगा और रिटर्न आएगा, waves के साथ आ रहा था, पूरा टेक्स्ट दिखा रहा था. I asked him, how could you do all this? He said, I've been trained under ONGC. You had worked for ONGC for a good number of 2 to 5 years. So he understands what kind of things are. So unless and until I do not take you to such places, or at least you see it in the video, you don't understand. So in India, we have both oil field and oil refinery. In fact, ONGC ka jo ship tha, that ship was imported from Japan, which was called the Sagar Samrat. But now we have our own indigenous ship, which does the oil rigging work. Rigging मतलब continuously digging चालू रहता है, pumping चालू रहता है, and pumping होने के बाद उसको refine उधर नहीं कर सकते. That's
एक giant drill रहता है कि छोटे-छोटे.
No, अच्छा वो भी बताऊँ. If I say this is the water surface, these are the straps of sedimentary rocks. You understand? And they will not dig at one place. Are you understanding? There might be different areas, and these are all satellite mapping and everything is done. And where is the rich oil bed? वहाँ से drilling चालू है. और एक बार drill करके, if they reach that oil floor, they will not dig more. फिर वहाँ से pumping start हो जाता. And it might yield for maybe for a few months or maybe for 1 or 2 years. Then they have to find a new place. So this process continues. I'm not into that. I don't understand. But वो video में आपको बताऊंगा. how these miners are given training, and it is a high risk job. Why risk job? Because always they are deep in the continuous pressure. One, these are they, and some people say they do not come out when they use that trigger of the machine. That itself backfires. So many people have got some serious injuries when they are handling the drillers. Abhi underwater mein jaake aap driller chala rahe to socho how much training you need to. I don't know what do you understand when we go for this drilling machines. A normal roadside mein drilling machine kabhi dekha rahega. If he's drilling the road, you might have hear the sound maybe for long distance, and you see the person, it's a full iron structure, and that noise itself is big, huge. Aur ye to coal tar road. They sign it. मैं लेकर. हमें चाहिए. No, that's all the high tech machines are. Sign it. नहीं, उतना नहीं दिख करेंगे. They will be all suitable levels only because it is deep and पानी का pressure भी बहुत रहता है. So that is a real trouble. Now it is automatic is there, but at least for supervising these divers has to go. At least वो drill को जाकर तो fix तो करके आओ. ये खुद जाके fix नहीं करेगा तो spot में. At least these scuba divers go there.
So the break कैसा?
मैं बताता हूँ वीडियो में. अभी I can't explain. I am not a person who is worked in this. Hey, listen. My good student called Ayan is saying, why can't we use the bomb? मतलब जिस जगह पर ऑयल है उस जगह पर बॉम्ब डालना है. एक मिनट जहाँ ऑयल है वहाँ बॉम्ब डाल, बॉम्ब एक्सप्लोड होगा, ऑयल बाहर निकलेगा, पूरा बॉम्ब निकलेगा. नहीं मतलब तुझे ऑयल चाहिए नहीं. Man, it is not bomb, it is dynamite, and dynamites are used in quarries on the rock structure. अभी तो जहाँ ऑयल है उधर जाके डायनामाइट. तेरे जैसा अगर स्कूबा डाइव अभी लैंड छोड़ना, it is oil. He doesn't understand oil will not catch fire or what. अभी मैं volcanoes explain कर रहा था. Wait. Volcanoes explain कर रहा था. There are so many volcanoes which are beneath the ocean, but that also comes out. And then वो volcano का कभी oil नहीं पकड़ेगा. अच्छा ठीक है, एक काम करेंगे. Next time if at all I get a chance, any of my friends are there, I'll ask them to take this fellow and he will Right now. Look at the discussion. It has taken from here. Now we have landed up putting a dynamite. Let's write up. Some of the important centers. Some of the important centers are. A new point. Some of the important centers are. Hey, sign the attendance sheet quick. First one you write Bombay High. Or Mumbai High. First one you write on Mumbai High.
Some of the important centers.
I didn't get you. Today.
I think so today after this.
Your dad won't say that. Ignorance. Now get a inside. I'm closely following this Mahavika's Agadi and Pichadi. What is going to happen by today and tomorrow? Hopefully everything goes smooth and whatever party has a majority, let it come victorious. But here in between, yesterday there was one unwanted murder of one of the person, and that was also triggering the news. Some part of Rajasthan. That's they've been caught. हाँ, वो तो 2 दिन पहले का वीडियो था, and they have been put under this act now, UAP Act के अंदर उनको भी चार्ज किया. देखते हैं. I feel they should be getting the death sentence by hand. Let's see what the government does. Second point you write on Bombay High hyphen 176 kilometer. 176 kilometer Mumbai High. 176 kilometers off. Right down off Bombay coast. Right down. 176 kilometer off OFF. Off Bombay coast, or you write Mumbai coast. It might take one and a half or 2 hours. In fact, school के लिए कुछ allowed है, but they don't allow the children to go there. वो सिर्फ वो ship को दिखाते हैं.
तो फायदा क्या है?
अरे वो जो
नीचे देखना चाहिए ना।
अभी हाँ बहुत फायदा तू जाके डिजाइन लेके
समझ
ना आयन को अलाउ करने का बोलता है ये विल ब्लास्ट टू मार्केट सेकंड पॉइंट इन असम ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इन असम लुक एट द नेम बिग बॉय जस्ट इंडिया का फर्स्ट ऑयल रिफाइनरी
big body.
boy you can't you get it from there now I was completely right to make you stand up see I you separate from that evil element तू इधर आ उसको मैं देखता हूँ तू तेरा पोस्टर की तरह मुंह बंद कर and you look forward leave him alone I'll see what he'll do big boy hey keep your volume near to you it is all from volume only then you mark write on Nahar Katiya that is very important big boy and Nahar Katiya use your textbook and book is
क्या? देख रहा है मेरे पास
third point write down
आजा
Gujarat you have to write all four are important Ankleshwar Kalol Kambat and Mehsana I think Mehsana is the latest one Ankleshwar Kalol Kambat and Mehsana it's all in Gujarat
Same place.
there are common sense to बाहर में
Stay.
तू लिख अभी
Chapter का नाम कौन सा?
next you write other area I'll tell you which are the areas important it is offshore of Andaman and Nicobar Islands ये latest है अभी offshore of Andaman A and N लिख देना A and N and basins of river Kaveri and Godavari basins of ऐसा लिखना not like they've given in the volume basins of river Kaveri and Godavari basins of river Kaveri and Godavari that's with the distribution now you have to write advantages and disadvantages using volume as well as textbook minimum 5 points each they have given only 3 points try to break it or try to write on your own come on advantages and disadvantages of petroleum and these chapters are simple straightforward so B try to attend in the board exam as well advantages and disadvantages I'll tell you there are 7 modules given you have to pick only 5 modules and already we have topo and the maps of India for 30 marks each module carries 10 marks so 5 into 10 is 50 I'll let you with the year coming to an end that I'll do that I'll do but in this school exams is not going to pick up as a thing maybe after this chapter you let me maps of India I told you come on
We have done only difference.
ठीक
सर हमारी मैप में पूरा ये क्लाइमेट सॉइल रिसोर्सेज नेचुरल वेजिटेशन वाटर रिसोर्सेज और कन्वेंशनल और नॉन कन्वेंशनल सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी सबको करना है एग्रीकल्चर छोड़
देखो it is not ma'am who is going to appear for the exam it is you I'll let you know how to club the volumes the modules I'll let you know
This time portion is climate, soil and natural vegetation. We have tropical evergreen forest, deciduous, and development. तीन ही है बस और कुछ नहीं है।
guys वो सब बाद में after my lecture you will speak start writing advantages and disadvantages everyone ठीक है get up and straight not like a girl man the future Agni is in a very bad position what is this that too तेरा काम कर Hey, quickly finish it. You need any points from my side, you are most welcome to ask me. Advantages. Why should I? Why should I? It is all there. Disadvantages. So the more you write on your own, two things, confidence and learning goes side by side. I mean, I'll pick up videos for you that are in GC. Write down without the noise. Yes, ma'am. I didn't get it. Acha, okay. Okay. Next time I see he is asking, you are talking, you are out of my class, straight. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, you listen to me carefully. Somebody asked me, Acha, you finish it. If I show you, then there is a large, neither you understand the video nor allows others to understand. No need. Ayan बहुत बड़बड़ करने लगा. Ayan, careful ना. That I'll tell you. 9th standard, he was too good to understand. Now he is too bad to not to be understood. नहीं online में भी ठीक था.
हमारा 3 दिन online.
I heard which school you are from.
Not points.
But not this. I heard not the teacher, not the student, but the teachers have got. Students. I heard this Reliance have gone complete offline, but it is only for 10 days only. That's what they. Why are you battling? You have any rights in disclosing that? No rights.
The lectures online or offline, exams
For
offline.
3 days only online.
You can't fight against the management of the school. Whatever the school says, you have to send. Abhi start ho gaya. Chalo. All kinds of administrative activities.
What is it?
Papan tali karta nahi aur duniya ka. Carry on.
Disadvantages.
Where is your book? You snatched the book in the bench. So क्या हो गया? Over the next few days. First of all, look at the costume that you are coming to the classes. These guys who are wearing this little bit of underpants type, and the others are also coming to the classes. Don't you have some little bit of adjustment? I got praise this person also. I could have been there 50 out of my lectures. Many times I told you. 1 second. Hey, hey, look, advantages it should be. Petroleum, high density. ये advantage कैसे हो? 1 kilogram can generate अच्छा.
Well, accurate patches.
Write down one more advantage I'm giving. Petroleum, the most important source of energy. अभी जैसे देखो मन की बात पढ़ लिया. Really? Completely. What is this? Most important source of energy, fueling, sorry, and motivating the industrial growth of the country. बोला अभी ये भी बोलने वाला था. Thank you.
Fuel and
fueling and motivating नहीं तो encouraging लिखो, encouraging the industrial growth of the country, encouraging the industrial growth of the country.
Petroleum fuels and encourages.
हाँ, the growth, industrial growth of the country. So I'll start from small videos. The first video will make you understand how deep they dig.
Big one. Big one.
Straight away they are starting. So it is a shell company. Listen.
By safely developing new
Be quiet.
reserves and maximizing the potential of the existing assets in the Gulf of Mexico, Brazil, and Venezuela. A safe, deep water well can take years of planning and preparation. After identifying potential oil and natural gas reservoirs beneath the seafloor using seismic technology, a drill site is selected. Shell geoscientists choose the drill site location on the seafloor based upon the safest well path that will encounter the targeted oil and natural gas. For an exploratory well, in water depths up to 9,000 feet deep, this seafloor location is generally directly above the reservoir. A drilling rig is required to drill a well. In deep water, the rig may be on one of three vessels: a drill ship, a semi-submersible vessel, or it may be part of a floating production platform. All rigs have a hoisting system to raise and lower the drill pipe and tools needed to drill the well, a blowout preventer or BOP stack, and a pumping system to circulate fluids in and out of the well while drilling. It's time to drill a hole or well bore using a drill bit. This initial step is called spudding in the well. The shallow sediments just below the seafloor are often very soft and loose. To keep the well from caving in and carry the weight of the wellhead, a large diameter base pipe or casing is drilled or jetted into place. The base pipe is assembled at the rig floor, and a drill bit connected to a drill pipe is run from the inside to the bottom of the casing. The entire assembly is lowered to the seafloor by the rig hoist. At the seafloor, the driller spuds the assembly into the seafloor sediments, then turns on the pump. Water or drill fluid is used to jet the pipe into place until the wellhead is just above the seafloor. With the base pipe and wellhead at the right depth, the driller will release the bit and drill string from the jet pipe and drill ahead. While the well bore is being drilled, mud is pumped from the surface down through the inside of the drill pipe. The mud passes through the jets in the drill bit and travels back to the seafloor through the space between the drill bit and the walls of the hole. Drilling mud is used to 1. Lift rock cuttings from the hole, 2. Keep the drill bit cool and lubricated, and 3. Fill the wellbore with fluid to equalize pressure and prevent water or other fluids in underground formations from flowing into the wellbore during drilling. The mud is an environmentally friendly water-based mixture of clay for thickness and fine ground rock or barite for weight. At the planned depth, the driller will stop drilling and pull the bit out of the hole. A smaller pipe or casing string is then screwed together, connected to the drill pipe, and run down to the seafloor and into the
The
well.
sand or the mud they
To
are
permanently
asking,
secure the
it is not the inside pipe, the outside pipe. There is casing. Until it reaches the bed, the driller will be working. And once it has reached, the driller is pulled up. Now they are inserting one more small pipe. And that pipe will be pumping only the mineral oil. There are so many. That is what is the length of the oil. एक pipe नहीं रहेगा. There are so many pipes which are connected. हमें तो ऐसा लगा कि 9,000 feet का पाइप में लेके कैसे जाएगा? वो तो सोच. अच्छा, wonderful. अभी तक मुझे लगा आयरन शेक चलिए, तो उसका भी बात नहीं. हाँ, तो ये बोलते हैं कि 9,000 feet का पाइप लाएगा कहाँ? अरे लाएगा तो उसको ट्रांसफर कैसे करवाएगा? Even the big jet which are made, they are travel through spare parts only. Once इधर चेंबूर गवर्नमेंट एरिया में jet का विंग या कुछ तो आ गया तो उसका बॉडी and वो ट्रॉलर फंस गया था. ट्रॉलर मतलब जो कंटेनर. And वो पूरा एक हफ्ते तक उधर ही खड़ा था चेंबूर गवर्नमेंट एरिया में. And many people who did never travel by a jet, they went and saw body of the airplane. I understood. You are beautifully explained. Carry on.
The casing in place.
Now
Cement
listen carefully,
followed by
understand.
mud is then pumped down the inside of the drill pipe. To separate the cement from the mud, a cementing plug is used. The plug is pushed by the mud to ensure the cement is placed outside of the casing, filling the annular space between the casing and the open hole wall.
Going in the outside case.
On some locations, a second surface casing is needed, thus the well is drilled even deeper. In the second surface casing interval, the well is cemented using a second smaller casing string, repeating the same process used in the last hole section. At this point in the well, the pressure in the deeper rock may be too high to continue with a simple water-based clay mud, or there may be the potential to encounter oil or gas. Before drilling below this point, a blowout preventer with a riser will be installed at the sea floor. The BOP stack is a massive system of valves and rams that protect the rig and the environment from oil and gas flows should the weight of the drilling mud be too low. The BOP stack is connected to a pipe called a riser. The riser connects the rig to the well and allows us to circulate the drilling fluid and rock cuttings all the way back to the rig on the surface. The BOP stack is fully tested before we drill further. Drilling now resumes with the drill bit and drill pipe always operating through the BOP stack. Just as we did further up the hole, casing strings are run and cemented in place when needed to cover up the open hole sections. When the oil and gas zones targeted by the geologists are reached and the presence of an oil or gas zone is proven, a final casing string may be installed if the seafloor location is favorable for future development. This final casing string allows for the future safe production of the oil and natural gas.
This is one of the biggest company in the world, is it? Shell, is it? Many of the Grand Prix and motorbikes racings are sponsored. Now you look at these original pictures, you'll understand what in India we do and what all the things. It is so difficult to drill it is. So this is that oil rig in Exxon Mumbai. It is. This is that oil refinery picture.
Refining begins with a process called distilling.
You understand?
After oil is superheated, it becomes vapor. The vapor is fed into the distillation unit. As it rises and cools, the vapor turns back into a liquid. Using stacks of trays, the liquid is easily collected and separated by weight. The lighter and medium weight liquids require less processing before they're ready to be used in cars and trucks. The heavier liquids need more processing to become useful. A process called cracking is used to maximize the usefulness of heavy oil. Heavy oil has long strings of carbon and hydrogen molecules. Using a catalyst, these molecules can be broken into smaller chains, transforming the heavy oil into lighter, more valuable fluids. Reforming is a process that increases the amount of gasoline produced from crude oil. One of the products separated in the distilling process is a liquid called naphtha. The number of carbon atoms in naphtha is about the same as the number found in gasoline, but their structure is more complex. Reforming rearranges the naphtha molecule, turning it into a usable gasoline-like molecule. Blending is a process of mixing different refinery products to make finished petroleum fuels. Gasoline, for example, is blended to achieve octane standards, creating the grades of gasoline you see at the pump: regular, mid-grade, and premium, that are necessary to meet the needs of specific engine types. Treating is a process used to produce cleaner gasoline. which helps protect both the environment and our health. Gasoline molecules contain impurities like sulfur that can be removed. When the molecules are heated and come in contact with a special catalyst, a chemical reaction occurs that strips the sulfur away. These sulfur compounds are used as fertilizers and in pharmaceuticals. Nothing goes to waste in a refinery.
So zero waste.
No, that is what these Europeans use, this gasoline. Are you understanding? And they're quite cheaper, and that's why they run on their cars for long distance. And in India, they are going to launch this, what is that, petrol, they are adding some substance. Wait, I'll tell you. Ethanol and the 90 or 100 rupees that we are paying per liter, 24 to 30% हर पेट्रोल और डीजल में ऐड होगा. वो ऐड होने के बाद क्या हो जाएगा? The amount of the price or the amount of crude oil we are consuming will reduce. So you may get it close to, they say 64 rupees is the minimum cost. वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के थ्रू आएगा. बट अगर हमारा स्टेट गवर्नमेंट वैट या टैक्स लगा रहा है, then it will close to come down to 79 or 84 rupees. हाँ, 90 rupees में फिर भी चलेगा. And then what is this? Then we are paying now 114 and 116. Then I'll show you the video in which they explain what kind of taxes the central government puts and what kind of taxes the state government puts. Both central and state can reduce the taxes. It might come down. Actual cost is only 38 rupees per liter crude oil. But ये पूरा काम फिर VAT और taxes लगाने के बाद it is coming to 114. You go to foreign countries, they said that gasoline, they remove that sulfur. Did you see sulfur? And sulfur is a major component in majority of the fertilizers. And they do not mind driving the vehicle for 500 to 1,000 miles because that gasoline is very cheap. $40 में पूरा उनका क्या बोलता है पूरा tank fill कर सकते हैं. Then you go to Abu Dhabi also, which I've never ventured. The world's costliest and the most sophisticated cars are found. Even they use that only. That's why Abu Dhabi, they say in one traffic signal, you can find at least some luxury cars, minimum 20 to 50. And every time the luxury cars are introduced in the international market, it is the Abu Dhabi sheikhs. They purchase it, showing to the Americans to kitna bhi महंगा बना ले, पहला order हमारा ही रहे. In fact, they have made fun of the American president once. बोला, the place where we sit to remove out, that is also made out of gold. But WC was made out of gold to show to the Americans. Because that much of money they hold. And every luxury car, whether it might be the costliest car in the world, पहला एक तो Abu Dhabi sheikh खरीदेगा उसको. And that is what, if you remember one Indian Mysore prince, who has gone to purchase Rolls Royce, and he was disrespected by the German fellows, I think. And then what did he do? He purchased 4 Rolls Royce and made him to sweep the entire streets of Mysore, just to show them कि तुम्हारा Rolls Royce जो मुझे नहीं दिया, अभी हमारा मैसूर का सड़क चाप कार बन गया. No, Mysore, somehow. And when I'm saying, even now also you go to Nehru Science Center and Nehru Planetarium. I've gone for some of my small exhibitions for my company, and there they have placed these cars, vintage cars. And वो कोई कार नहीं है, Mercedes है, Rolls Royce है, आपको लगेगा साइकिल का टायर लगा हुआ है. It looks very funny and it seems to be very good. I asked one of the person to have a ride for it, but it's impossible. Only the VVIPs can use it for a ride. देते भी है. One of the cars were placed, and they don't allow us to sit. And then I remember this, what do you call it? Palm Beach Galleria. We had a big exhibition of Formula 1, and they brought 2 Formula 1, the original piece, and they asked me to purchase one Vodafone. That was the time I remember Vodafone. One prepaid name, postpaid connection. They will allow me to wear all the gears, stand next to that F1, and I can take a snap. मैंने बोला एक नए में 3 खरीदता हूँ. I want to wear all the gears and sit inside. So it was a real car. And I tried to convince the team leader of that particular Vodafone brand. वो बोला आप चाहे तो बैठो, but अंदर बैठने allowed नहीं है. मैं बोला अगर अंदर बैठ के अगर मैंने 1-2 snap ले लिया होता, I could have fooled my next generation that I've just come out of the F1, which I did not. I've gone to MRF Pace Foundation to get a license for this also. For getting a license, minimum they say 15 years of driving. And plus you have to have minimum 5 years of go-karting. You understand what is go-karting? And after that, they will give you training for 3 years of training. And then you are ultimately getting a chance of winning a F1 driving license. Only one person from India had been into F1 Grand Prix. His name was Narayan Kartikeyan. He was from, unfortunately, from Chennai, the MRF Foundation only. He, unfortunately, because I remember I used to be a big fan of watching all this. I watched live in Singapore also. Singapore is the only country where this Formula One is done in the night time because of the intense heat of that country. So they said Narayan Kartikeyan comes seldomly in top 10 only. मैंने एक ही बार उसको देखा 9th position में आया है, वरना तो 10th के नीचे ही रहता था. And once they have shown his luxury cars in his house, oh my God, you should see 15 luxury car भैया ने खड़ा किया है, being the 10th position. So imagine the Michael Schumachers, the Raul Schumachers, Fernando Alonso, these are Hamilton, these are those people who have won. Sebastian also. If you remember that Ferrari Ki Savari, the movie, the Ferrari car was gifted to Mr. Tendulkar by this Schumacher only, Michael Schumacher. Because Michael Schumacher has heard about Sachin many a times, but he has never met. And unfortunately, Anjali, his wife, and this fellow has gone for a surgery. And Michael Schumacher is a German fellow, but he has got the, what do you call it, membership of this country, America. So suddenly he met him, and as a vote of, gesture of friendship, he gave that Ferrari car to Sachin, free of cost. And Sachin Bhai Sahab customs, the Schumacher is one of the richest person during his time, the driver. And Mr. Sachin did not pay a single tax. मुझे याद है वो newspaper में आया था, close to, they charged him around 9.5 lakhs of rupees as a customs. So Sachin hand over the key, बोला कि ये तो मुझे gift में मिला है, मुझे car नहीं चाहिए, customs ही रख लो. And next 2 years, Mumbai customs only hoarded that car. But I think some legal lawyers might have given Mr. Tendulkar some clue. So Sachin ने suddenly एक बहुत बड़ा suit file कर दिया customs के ऊपर, saying अगर मेरा car के ऊपर एक scratch भी आएगा, उसका फिर इतना बिल आपको पे करना पड़ेगा. तो कस्टम्स ने रिवर्ट 2 दिन में किया कि तेरा कार का हम लोग जितना सिक्योरिटी गार्ड लगाया 2 साल के लिए, वो हमारे लिए बहुत महंगा है, यू टेक द कार फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. तो कार ही ड्राइव्ड आउट, एंड आई थिंक MRF आस्क्ड हिम टू गिव अ ड्राइवर फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5 years, एंड शेलिया कोई कंपनी ने बोला नेक्स्ट 2 साल तक फ्री में पेट्रोल भरेगा, बिकॉज इट यूजेस हाई कॉस्ट पेट्रोल. The Ferrari, it doesn't use the normal petrol. तो भाई साहब को कार भी फ्री मिला, पेट्रोल भी फ्री मिला, even the driver also free. So look at that, Mr. Sachin's gift. That Ferrari is gifted by that Michael Schumacher, such a wonderful man.
This is power petrol.
What's it?
It is a power petrol.
Even we do, but उसका power petrol भी अलग ही है. Hey, we got some. हाँ जी. Did they announce my portion? Is there?
No, there is no test.
Race.
I don't know. Formula One has started now. Grand Prix season is again.
सर कब से स्टार्ट हो गया?
नहीं, अभी कोरोना के बाद अभी बीच में लोग ने बहुत सारा,
सर कोरोना में भी ऑन था बस टिकट,
but no audience were allowed. We have a track in Delhi. आप लोग कभी नहीं दिल्ली में? We have a track in Delhi. कभी जाके आ गए. And if you have seen that car nearby ना, it is. I asked him इसका कितना cost रहेगा. He sold close to 1.5 to 3 crores. The actual.
They are not allowed to sell that car.
Not allowed. उसका actual cost है, and उसका engine ही महंगा है, बाकी सब तो spare parts इतना महंगा है वो बता रहा था मैं बोला अरे एक बार तो अंदर बैठने देना. तो सर आपको बैठने देगा तो और भी बहुत सारा ऑडियंस बैठा है, बोले उनको हटा और मुझे बैठने दो. मैं 3 सीट का.
टिकट देखने के लिए भी कितना महंगा है?
It is because of the not any ordinary poor fellow goes and watches it. And all rich people only do. And all other things.
सर कुछ बड़ा रहता है.
ठीक है जाने. Hey, did you write disadvantages? Let us go to natural gas. I can't disclose that.
सर बोल दो ना सर.
Natural gas right now. It is one of the natural and environmental friendly fuel. Natural and environmental friendly fuel which occurs environmental and natural friendly fuel which occurs in association with mineral oil. Natural and environmental friendly fuel which occurs in association with, I could see your hand here, no need. With mineral oil. Second point, increasing level of pollution. Second point, increasing level of pollution during the combustion of petrol or diesel. Increasing level of pollution during the combustion of petrol or diesel adds to the importance of natural gas.
During the combustion.
Of petrol or diesel. मतलब engine में ही होता है, हम लोग तो अलग से burn नहीं करेंगे ना. Hyphen adds to the importance of NG, natural gas. Next.
Actually important, sir.
Natural gas. Next. GAIL in India, GAIL. GAIL, capital, is the responsible body. Is the responsible body hyphen for exploration and marketing of NG. You write NG only. And marketing of NG. Next. It is supplied to the domestic use. It is supplied to the domestic use hyphen cooking gas. It is supplied for domestic use hyphen you write cooking gas bracket you write LPG. Next, distribution. Mumbai High takes or contributes. Mumbai High contributes 3/4 of the total production. Mumbai High contributes to the 3/4 of the total production, along with Gujarat, bracket you write 10%, Assam only 7%. 10%. It's all from the volume I'm giving. Advantages.
Along with Gujarat.
Easy transportation. Easy transportation. Advantages. Either of them is 7%. Advantages. Point number 1: easy transportation to long distances. Easy transportation to long distances through pipes. Break your hand into two. What kind of handwriting are you writing like that in this table? Next. This is also, gas is also done. Why petroleum is done, NG cannot be, both. Second point, more environmental friendly hyphen clean, more environmental friendly, clean or cleaner. If you want comparative, you write cleaner, and cheaper than petrol or diesel. Cheaper than petrol or diesel. But उसका जो mechanism आता है ना engine के साथ fitting, उसमें बहुत सारा maintenance काम रहता है. And India में and उसका जो combustion efficiency बहुत low है. अभी जैसे in my own house only we use LPG. Last time I went with my mom for some outside work, I could find a Mahanagar gas. तो मेरा building में बहुत पहले से है, but we don't use. तो उस दिन जाके मैंने बोला form हम लेंगे. So he asked me that 7,900 rupees is the deposit. One. Second, every 2 months the bill will be coming to my house. Two. Second, when you use that yellow color gas pipeline to your cooking stove, intensity of heat is very less. Whereas हमारा LPG हमारा burner बड़ा है ना, intensity of heat is very high. You understand intensity ना? Combustion बहुत quick होगा. So if you burn petrol or a diesel in an engine in comparison to the CNG, उसका efficiency बहुत low है. Or India में every time if you have seen any oil, this petrol pump, always there is a trouble for gas filling. unlike this petrol and diesel. उसका distribution भी government properly नहीं करता है. And हमारे पास अभी अमेरिका जैसा टाइम आएगा कि हर गैस स्टेशन में only gasoline ही मिलना चाहिए, no petrol, no diesel. So that will be the time when India might use the car for all over India. Like we have a first international NH, I don't know what's the number. From Bombay to Delhi, you can travel by your own car at the time of 12 hours. Much faster than a Rajdhani also. अभी सोच लो वैसा हाईवे बन रहा है. अभी जैसे भी 12 घंटे से भी पहले आप दिल्ली पहुंच सकते हैं from Bombay. The one NH is coming. That's what I'm saying. Minimum traffic distance अभी पकड़े. Are you going to take a Lamborghini or a Porsche? 706? हाँ, क्यों नहीं जाएगी? जाएगा. हमारे एरिया में कितने बार वो बहुत बार आया है. It is so low. Lamborghini cars I've seen there. It's so low, but then also they just to show off वो लेके घुमाते रहते. मुझे तो लगता है कि 2 राउंड मारा, फिर एक 3 महीने का या 6 महीने तक उसको बाद में निकालने का लगा. But they do it just to show off. हाँ, that's easy. एक तो टोल नहीं भरना पड़ता. Write down disadvantages. We'll finish off this. 6:20 my lecture ends or 25?
20.
I heard today they have extended up to 45. When I come, I should not be on time, but when you guys leave, you should be perfect. एक minute. What is it? Last 2 minutes I want. इधर एक लड़की भी बैठी है, तो किसको देखा? जल्दी बता. पक्का? एक मिनट, ये तेरी दूसरी. Write down disadvantages. But इतना अच्छा दोस्त है, उसी को देखता रहेगा. ठीक है, दोनों साइड पे ठीक से लगी है. Point number 1, disadvantages. Direct insult. Point number 1, disadvantages. Natural gas car. These fossil fuel, though in abundance, although in abundance, can be exhausted at some point of time. ये problem है. Can be exhausted at some point of time. Next. The infrastructure built up cost. You understand infrastructure जो pipeline वो सब बनाने का इसके लिए is super expensive. The infrastructure built up cost is super expensive. Very expensive. I just add some. आप लोगों को ये word सब पसंद आता है ना? Next one. Next one. Along with this, वो तो दिख ही रहा है. पहले ड्रेस तो पूरा पहन. एक मम्मी नेक्स्ट टाइम वाटर बॉटल गले में डालेगी तो परफेक्ट है. But size of the water bottle will not be the normal water bottle. Size तो ये इतना बड़ा गधा है, फिर भी ऐसा पहन किया. नहीं, अच्छा है कि इतना तो सूखा, और भी कम नहीं सूखा तो कैसा आएगा वो सोच के दे. Leave it. She's so interested. It's like Sardarji knows also. The plumbing systems. Along with this plumbing system, and specialized stands. Stands are difficult for construction and maintenance. Difficult for construction and maintenance. Is improve my English grammar. Thank you. Maintenance. Next. Used in automobiles, NG gives less efficiency. Used in automobiles, NG gives less efficiency and mileage. used in automobiles, NG gives less efficiency and mileage. Okay, now the rest part you can write on your own and try to finish up this chapter so that when I meet next time, bring the maps and the extra maps. Already we have some maps in our YouTube volume. Wait, don't pack it up and let me tell you. अभी ये conventional में क्या बाकी रह गया? You have to complete natural gases, hydel part you have to complete, and dams you need to complete. That's it. Everyone notebooks has to be there. The notes. The way you open your mouth shown to me that you are the race. What is which man? Guys, as I told, last two benches keep moving and wait for some time. Keep moving. अच्छा तू आजा जो ready है निकलते जाए. Don't go at a short. One people each. Let him go for 1 minute and then you move. उधर जाके आज हंगामा मत करो. जल्दी निकलो. Start studying. Don't waste your time. Meet me next time. Keep moving. निकलते जाओ. Anyway, तू जा. Study seriously and get good marks. Keep moving. Keep moving. I don't know, the day we have offline PTM,